Welcome back to CFox Gaming. Today, I'm going to be showing you why I collect Nintendo. And why I have this massive Nintendo room. So, to start off, my first ever Nintendo system was actually a Nintendo 2DS. And it was blue as well, like this one. But this one is a Nintendo 3DS XL, right there, as you can see. And I got this because my 2DS, it didn't have the clamshell design, which I liked about the 3DS systems. But my 2DS was a blue 2DS. The back and the front was both blue, and then the sides were black, just like this one. So it's pretty cool. That 2DS broke, unfortunately, but that 2DS did come with my first ever video game I ever played. Came with it pre-installed, and that is Mario Kart 7. I had it digitally on my 2DS. My 2DS came with it, and it was my very first ever video game I ever played, my first ever Nintendo game I ever played, and my first ever Mario Kart game I ever played. And it's a really, really, really good one. Because Mario Kart 7, it introduced the customizable karts. You can fly through the sky, drive underwater. And it's just, the music is so great. Like Neo Bowser City, Rosalina's Ice World, and Wario Shipyard. That one is my favorite. Because this game was my first ever video game I ever played. And for some weird reason, I figured out how to delete digital games on the 3DS. And I deleted it. So that is very unfortunate. But I got it back in January of 2025. And because, this game is so good. And since I got my new 3DS, this is not the new 3DS, it's the XL, but since I got this 3DS for Christmas in 2024, I wanted to get back all the games that I liked. Like Super Mario 3D Land, I got that game, but I lost the cartridge. And so I got that one back from, I think, GameStop. And I got a bunch of other games that I never had. So, very good game. That is my origins of, Nintendo. So, that basically was my origins of gaming and Nintendo. So, but the real reason that I collect Nintendo and why I have this massive Nintendo room is because of something that's very important to me. And that thing, you can see it's missing right there. It is, put it over here so then, the Wii U gamepad. The Wii U gamepad. My favorite controller of all time. And it's on my favorite video game system of all time, the Wii U. I got my Wii U back in Christmas of 2023, and because I wanted a new Nintendo system, but there was no Nintendo system that I really wanted other than the Wii U. It looked pretty cool. You got your two sticks, you got a whole big screen in the center. Not the greatest quality, but it's still a really comfortable controller since it has very comfy grips that you can wrap your hands on. And it's just a really good controller. Also, it's just good. And it has one of my favorite video games of all time, which got me into Nintendo collecting, called Nintendo Land. You may, if you see my other videos, I've talked about this so many times, because it's just such a good game. Let me move the Wii U gamepad. There we go. And, Nintendo Land is one of my favorite video games of all time. It uses the gamepad in such incredible ways. There's so many different games, or attractions they're called, that you can play. Like Zelda 1 is really good, Mario is really good. All of them are really good. Definitely, highly recommend. This is a must play. The reviews are like 80, I think, on this, which is very wrong. It should be like a 100. It's a must play game. But the reason it got me into Nintendo collecting is because of all these great series. Before I owned this game, and before I owned any of my Wii U games right there, I didn't really like The Legend of Zelda all that much. Like Breath of the Wild, I thought was a bit like a bad game. And I had, I think, like Tears of the Kingdom, I think, on my Switch, and Link's Awakening on the Switch. And I never really liked Zelda games until I played this. And this game is really good. The Zelda one, because it got me back into Zelda. And it's what eventually I got Breath of the Wild on the Wii U, and it is one of my favorite Zelda games of all time. It also got me into the Pikmin series. You can see Pikmin 3 up there. Metroid, I don't have any Metroid games in my collection. I need to get a Metroid game. Maybe Metroid on the NES. That's one I gotta get. And it got me into the Metroid series, because the Metroid series is really cool. I wish they had Star Fox on here, because Star Fox also is really good. Star Fox Zero is pretty good. Other than the controls, is pretty good. The Mario one, I was already into Mario. I've always been into Mario. Luigi's Mansion. I got Luigi's Mansion on the 3DS, Dark Moon, right there. Animal Crossing I had, before I had this game, but it got me into all these different series. I never knew that there was, I knew about the Game & Watch, but I learned more about the Game & Watch from this, because Octopus Dance is based off a Game & Watch game called Octopus, where you play as like a scuba diver that looks exactly like the dance instructor, and you gotta like find this, and like the octopus like moves its like tentacles, and like you gotta like go through a treasure chest, and like you gotta find treasure. And I never really knew much about Game & Watches, and actually there's a Game & Watch that actually looks like a DS, and it literally has two like screens. And if you don't know what the Game & Watch is, basically the screens are like they look like one of those like analog clocks, because they can also like show you the time, and like you can also play a game. So, and those things sold like crazy. It also Nintendo Land got me into F-Zero, and it's just such a good game. This game is what got me into Nintendo collecting. And same thing with the Wii U. Without the Wii U, I would not have this whole room at all. Because I got this room when I got my Wii U. This room was like put together, and all it was just the TV stand and like some like gaming chairs. That's all. Before I literally took over this whole room, and now it's a crazy cool Nintendo collection. I hope you enjoyed this video. So please like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.